Hello?
Hi, is Mr. Kavanagh in?
This is Sandy from the hospital.
Yeah, he's a security officer there, Mr. Kavanagh. I don't know what time it is there. I need to speak to him about something.
I think it's in the public hospital, in the private hospital, there is a person named Terry at the security.
Not he usually works here. He works at night. He's the older guy, the Irish guy.
It's always in the public hospital, not in the private.
Not in the private rehab. We have just Imran, Fawad, and Shift.
Is a different shift.
No, his name is Shift. We don't have this name here. Maybe you have to talk to public hospital.
So he works at the public hospital.
We don't know that, but in the private hospital, we don't have Terry as a security guard.
Okay, so all right. I don't know because I'm in the U.S. It's just something important I have to speak to him about. It's about his son, so that's why I called here because I know he worked here at a point in time. I'm trying to speak to him about something important.
Unfortunately, he doesn't work here, so we cannot give you that information. We don't know. He works in the public hospital or somewhere else. We don't know. So,
I thought it was the private hospital, but I can try the public hospital. I'll look it up, but I think it's this one, but I'll try the public one.
thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Vincent, can I help you?
Yes, hi. I'm looking to speak to Declan Kavanagh.
Who's Declan?
He's a security guard here. I called the private hospital, and they told me to try the public hospital. I could have sworn he worked at the private hospital, though.
I don't know any Declan here.
He's an older guy. He usually works the night. I'm in the U.S., so I don't know what time. It's something very important. I have to tell him something about his son.
Yeah, we've no Declan here at night duty.
Maybe he retired or he works at a different place or a different hospital. Is there another hospital in the area?
I put you through to the private, but he's not on the main hospital, so no need to ring this number. I'll put you through to the private hospital.
Okay.
Garda, Kevin Street.
Hello?
Hello?
Is this a supervisor?
No, this is the guard here in Kevin Street.
Is the supervisor available?
He's not at the minute. He's just in the middle of doing something there.
Do you know when he'll be available? When it'll be a good time to call back?
I couldn't tell you. What is this in relation to? So I can pass on.
This is in relation to a crime that has been committed internationally. I have reported the crime several times. There's also several Garda officers who I believe are not taking this matter very seriously, and I would like to report them as well.
Yes, no problem, sir. Who are you contacting to make the complaint to? Because
The only Garda officer I spoken to was Garda Owen Finn, and I then hear from the person who has the perpetrator in the crime that these people showed up at his house, and there was a Detective Jerome who I never spoke to, who Detective Jerome said that I've spoken to him several times. There's also multiple other Garda officers saying things that this should not be investigated. This man called over to America. He caused a mass response by saying I had a gun in a Starbucks and caused 3 different police departments to respond to this Starbucks. I'm dealing with trauma from this incident because I could have died that day if I was out there, and this man continues to torture me through sending me messages. He has people harassing me on social media, and he has not been investigated or tried for this crime.
and these all happen in Ireland, these offences?
He did this in Ireland. He did an international. I'm in New York. So he's doing a crime in Ireland, and he's doing it to New York in the U.S.
Right. Yeah. Well, look, you need to call back maybe later on today, because you have no phone number there for me to pass on to my subordinates. So if you want to call back later on in the night.
Yeah, I can call back
Okay.
later on. Yeah.
You do that, sir.
All right. Thank you.
You take care.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Garda station.
Hi, I was told to call back to speak to a supervisor.
So who am I talking to here?
My name is Anthony
Anthony, what's the second name?
De Silva,
How do you spell that one?
D-A-S-I-L-V-A.
D-A-S-I-O-V-A.
I-L-V-A.
I-O-V-A.
I as in India.
Yeah, D-E-S-I-O-V-A.
D-A-S-I-L-V-A.
Okay, and who told you to ring back to speak to this?
The person I was speaking to earlier, I don't know his name, but I called. I was calling about an incident that had occurred. There's something that had happened on 7/18/2020. A gentleman in Ireland had called over to the police here in America and caused a mass response. He caused 3 different police departments to respond to a Starbucks after he said that I had a gun in the Starbucks. And we've been trying to get this gentleman at least, arrested or, charged for the crime. But I've reported this several times, and no one has been taking this matter seriously. It's caused me a great deal of trauma. I'm really dealing with a lot right now. And this person continues to harass me. He has people stalk.
Who is harassing you?
His name is Declan Kavanagh. I tried reaching out to his father earlier through his work number, but I guess his father wasn't at work. And
are you sure he's working in this Garda station?
No, he's not a police officer. His father worked, I believe, security at a hospital, one of the hospitals in Dublin. And Declan, I don't think Declan has a job. He's the one who called the police here in the U.S. in 7/18/2020 and caused this mass response. The only Garda officer I've spoken to was Garda Owen Finn. He didn't want to investigate this matter. Declan told me that a Detective Jerome came to his house. I never spoke to Detective Jerome. He's saying I spoke to Detective Jerome. I don't know who Detective Jerome is. The Garda, they just haven't been really helping, and they've been lying and all this type of stuff. I mean, this is a serious crime that has happened.
Have you ever reported this matter in Ireland?
Yes, I've tried reporting this directly to the Garda Síochána, and it's like nothing has happened. I've called several different Garda stations.
How did you report it to the Garda?
I called the Garda station, and they all.
Maybe that's the issue, because I cannot seem to find an incident with your name attached to it. So if you're not able to do a report over a phone, unfortunately. It has to be in person.
Well, I called. This was many years. This was, because this incident had happened in 2020, and we've been trying to get it resolved for the longest time. I don't know if they.
Wait, Anthony, what's your date of birth? I'll try to look at it again.
My date of birth is this, and they said they would take a report. I know there's an incident with a Garda Owen Finn, because that night I had called when Declan was harassing, sending text messages through social media, threatening people and stuff in that nature. And I spoke to Garda Owen Finn on the phone.
Is Owen Finn in Kevin Street Garda Station?
No. This is I believe Garda Owen Finn works somewhere up in Monaghan or Cavan.
Yeah, because you're calling Kevin Street here, so this would have nothing to do with us.
Well, this is
Owen Finn doesn't work in this Garda station.
well. That's the
So
thing.
you would have to contact the station you reported it to.
Well, this is the thing. If I call them, you see, Declan is I guess I don't know if they're not wanting to investigate this or if Declan's very persuasive in this, because if I call them, what they're going to do is they're going to sit there. They're going to, it might sound a little strange, but they're going to berate me on the phone. They're going to be very rude. They're just going to snicker. Is there any way I could speak to like a supervisor who's in charge of all the Gardaí?
Well, the commissioner is the highest rank in the guard. Well, like we don't just have a phone number for him.
Is that because I had looked something earlier? There was a number for headquarters, but it says they're closed right now. If I call them, is that a way how I can file a complaint and maybe they can help me further with this investigation? Because
if you wish to file a complaint about the Garda, you have to go through FISARU, which is like a police ombudsman here in Ireland. You can find them online, and you can file a report through them.
Okay.
But I don't think there's a way you can speak directly to the commissioner.
Yeah, because this happened. I don't know. I think the town is called Baileyborough. I think that's the police station. Is there any way there was a report taken? Is there any way that I can request that report to see what Garda Owen Finn had written in that report as a U.S. citizen?
You can request you can request the report, but again you have to request it from the Garda station or the district office in the area of that Garda station. You're currently calling a Garda station that's based in Dublin. If you reported it in Monaghan, we wouldn't have anything to do with it, and our district office wouldn't have anything to do with it.
So if I call the police station there, they are the ones who have to send me those records.
Yeah, you would have to go through their district office, not through us. Like it's a different division. Like it wouldn't have anything to do with us.
I mean, I'll try to call. I mean, if I call, I'll probably call in the morning because usually, you know, they're very. I mean, you're a very nice person, but they have been very rude to me over the phone. They have been, you know, every time I called them for help when this man was harassing me, they did not help me. They just basically told me, well, you know, you have a way to, you know, ignore him, and you know, he makes more accounts. That's what he does, and he texts members of my family. This is harassment that I'm dealing with a gentleman.
Why have you not reported this in America?
I did. I reported this in America. There's this guy in my town.
I just don't really see how we would be able to affect anything that's going on in the U.S.
It's just a lot of. Well, he's in Ireland. I mean, he's in cahoots.
So how is he in contact with you then?
Through social media.
I trust that you live in the U.S. in the States.
Yes, he contacted me through social media, and
why don't you block him on social media?
I do. I have him blocked on social media, and he calls the police here. He's in contact with Nick Loros, who's the chief of the EMS company here, and they all harass me. They do this almost every day where they leave me comments on my social media pages, very rude comments. They say they watch me and they follow me and all this type of stuff. I have all the evidence. I screenshotted everything. So I have everything he sent me.
Yeah, look, I think it'd be better for you to try to follow that up in the US, because it's very hard for us to do anything in here because. Yeah,
I'll call the Baileyborough police.
Try to call Baileyborough Garda station. I can actually transfer you up if you like.
Yeah, I'll call in the morning because, you know, they're just very rude, ma'am. They're very rude. I mean, you guys are very polite to me. Thank you very much for that, but they're very rude, extremely rude.
Yeah, well, I can't really control how other people behave, but surely, look, if you want to ring back in the morning, it's grand.
Yeah, I'll call
But
back in the
then
morning.
again, there's not much I can do for you, unfortunately.
All right.
Again, I would try to file a report in America because they'd be able to. Again, I know it's online, but like we can't really do anything from our side.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, no bother.
All
Take
right.
care now.
Bye-bye.
Garda headquarters, how can I help?
Hi. I was wondering if I can speak to a supervisor or someone who can take a complaint.
Okay, we're not a Garda station here, so I'd have to put you through to a Garda station, okay?
No, I was speaking to a Garda station the other day. This is a situation about one of the officers in something that had happened. I live in America, and there's a crime that had happened in Ireland in the U.S., and we've been trying to get it resolved, but the officers up in Baileyborough haven't really been taking the matter very seriously, and this is a very serious crime that was committed.
Right, okay, and you were put through to Baileyborough Garda station, was it?
Yes, I spoke to them. They have basically berated me over the phone. They have not investigated the incident. I was speaking to the Kevin Street Garda station yesterday, and they told me they can't take a complaint over the phone, but they told me that if I wanted to make a complaint that I could somehow online. I don't really know how to do that.
Okay, but you want to make this complaint against the guards, do you?
Well, yes, or speak to someone who might be able to further this investigation or forward it up to someone, because I'm dealing with a lot of trauma about what happened to me. I could have died, and
Right.
no one has really been helping me at all.
Right, well, what I could do here is put you through to the divisional headquarters in Cavan. Well, it's not in Cavan, it's actually in Dundalk, but I can put you through to the Chief Superintendent's office if you want to do that.
Yes, if they're available to speak to me,
Yes.
I'd love to speak to them.
Yes, just bear with me 1 second there, please.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, Baileyborough Guard Station.
Hi, I was told I was being transferred to the chief.
By who?
The Garda HQ. They said they were this is Baileyborough. They said they were transferring me to Dundalk.
What is Baileyborough?
Is there a way you can transfer me to the chief? She transferred me, but it rang here.
Just ring Dundalk Guard Station.
So just Google.
Google Dundalk Guard Station.
All right, thank you.
No worries. Dundalk Guard Station.
Hello?
Hi, Dundalk Guard Station.
Hi, I was calling to look to see if I can speak to the chief. I was previously speaking to the headquarters. She transferred me, but it rang to Baileyborough, and one of the officers there who I have spoken to previously, which I don't know if this was done on purpose. There was a crime that was committed on 7/18/2020, and I'm just trying to speak to this to see if we can get an investigation or something done, because nothing's been happening.
So, sorry, you're ringing regards to an incident that's already happened, is it? And
Yeah.
you're looking for an update?
No, so there's no report that's been taken. I spoke to the Kevin Street Garda station yesterday. They told me that there's no report in the system about anything. This gentleman has...
Can I just check? You're at Dundalk, so you've called Dundalk Garda Station, is
well,
that correct?
This is where they told me the chief was for Baileyborough.
No, he's not here at this station.
So he's not at this station.
No, he wouldn't be here at this station, no.
Well, you see, ma'am, I don't mean to cut you off, but ma'am, I think this is something, if I can speak to a detective or someone, because this is something that they're doing to me on purpose. This gentleman, Declan Garda, who committed this crime, he called to the United States. That's where I live. He called to New York and said that I had a gun in a Starbucks, and he caused a mass response for police to start responding around town into a Starbucks. And I could have died if I was out that day.
Is this Starbucks in Cavan?
No, this Starbucks is in New York. He called the New York police, but he did the crime in Cavan.
He did the crime in Cavan, but he called New York to say what? You had a gun?
That I had a gun and that I'm in the Starbucks doing whatever crime. And now he stalks me. He sends people to stalk me online and harass me. These people, they transfer my phone and hack my phone somehow, and now I get transferred.
Did you go into the Cavan Garda station to make a complaint, yeah?
No, I have not been in the Cavan Garda station. I don't live in Ireland. I live in Newcastle in the United States.
Sorry, is this person Irish and in Ireland? That you're
yes, he is Irish and in Ireland,
so what
yes.
you need to do is you need to make a report in your area where you live, and they will follow up with us.
Ma'am,
you can't make a complaint and you can't do a report over the phone. So you'll have to go to a police station where you are, make your report and your complaint, and they will follow up with us.
But this is what I've tried. I've tried doing this. I tried going both routes, making a complaint with my police and making a complaint here. No one's been helping me. This man has been manipulating my local police. He's been manipulating the Baileyborough police.
What you need to do is you need to go back to your police station. You need to get an investigating police officer's name and your PID number, and then call us back, because we will have none of this on our system. We need the information from when you did your original report. We don't take reports over the phone, and any correspondence with the chief or inspector has to be via email. So you'd have to go on to, if you have a pen there, I'll give you the website, and you'll get your email there.
Yes. So
you go on to www.garda.ie. And when you go in there, you put in inspector's email and you send the email to the inspector. We don't do anything like that here in Ireland. You have to put a report in. We don't take a report over the phone. It's not how we do it.
And all I would need is the investigator here to get their badge number and information as well, and that.
And they'll give you an incident number. So you'll get an incident number regards to the crime that you're investigating.
Yeah, I mean, we have all that information at the police station. There's a report in the computer. There's the recording of him doing it.
And what you do then is you go onto the Garda website and then you email that on to us.
Okay, I can see if I can have the detective send that over.
Yeah, it's just, I'm so sorry, sir, we don't take reports over the phone.
Yeah, I understand. It's just, there's a lot of, confusion and stuff. They hack my phone and stuff.
Yeah, and any information like that, just put that in the email, all right?
All right, thank you so much.
Does that help you?
That helped me out a lot.
Welcome.
Thank you.
No problem. You take care.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.